Over the past 2 seasons, Newcastle United have risen from the sorry-ass club they were to a serious threat to football powerhouses in the Premier League. If you don't get it already, the top 6. This is actually beautiful, though not to all of us. There's a dark cloud over Newcastle United, a cloud you all gonna use to slaughter me for celebrating their hard-earned progress. It's everything wrong with football. It makes me sick. Some fans told me the other day. I really feel and hope all Newcastle fans don't give a shit about all this. Wait. Before you draw any battle lines, hear me out. Please hear me out. I'm not here to justify anything. God knows, I've been a poor advocate all my life. But is the rise of Newcastle United really controversial? For lack of a better term, is this really sports washing? Hi there everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Football Fantasy for yet another video. Please like, subscribe and comment. Founded in the year 1892 from the merger of Newcastle Eastern and Newcastle Western, Newcastle United quickly rose to prominence. If you are new to this, and actually we all have, unless you're my grandpa who is 70 years old, you would think this is a pretty small club. Anyway, you won't be far from the truth cause how would you explain one trophy in the last 66 years? They're actually the 9th most successful club in English football history. Mind you, they're the owners of the 7th largest football stadium in all of England. In terms of atmosphere, I think it's the best if you ask me. Totally debatable, but don't come for me. For a club that was home to Premier League all-time top scorer Alan Shearer and two-time Ballon d'Or winner Kevin Keegan, it's pretty unacceptable that they have gone that long without a trophy. Not only this, but they saw iconic managers such as Sir Bobby Robson and Rafa Benitez. And I mean the Rafa who won Liverpool the Champions League. Not this you see right now. Pretty much a worthy case in court. Moving on, as far as honors go, this has to be the worst of all time. The worst honor of all time. Because why would someone buy a club only to put it up for sale the next year? You wonder how we became successful in getting as much well without a fucking plan. I guess there's some truth in all those controversies surrounding all these businesses. But we are not really here for that. With 8 managerial changes and 2 relegations, this has to be the most unstable the club has been in the recent history. Mentioning his name surely triggers some PTSD in Newcastle United fans. The takeover by Saudi Public Investment Fund was 7 cents for Newcastle United fans. It sparked a year-long legal battle, with the Premier League initially blocking the deal. BS Sports, the Premier League's largest external broadcaster, was at the center of this, because Saudi Arabia blocked its broadcast rights in their territory. Newcastle fans, however, were having none of it. I mean, who wouldn't be after having such an horrible honor? They even staged protest against the Premier League. In early October, Saudi Arabia lifted the ban on BS Sport broadcasting in their territory, clearing the paths for the takeover, which was completed soon after. The anger among Premier League rivals was palpable. This was expected, to be honest, leading to an emergency meeting to tighten financial regulations. The Premier League chairman even resigned. With such deep pockets, the king was naked. Just to put this into perspective, this is the comparison of the wealthiest football club owners to that of Newcastle. With such deep pockets, you could take your guess of who they could actually sign. Football is crazy because a team in a relegation zone at this particular point had links to the biggest superstars. I mean, Neymar, Mbappe, Ronaldo, and even Messi at this point. But on a serious note, for any team to succeed, they need an elaborate plan. No matter how much wealth they have, they need a plan. A very good example would be Brighton, and the opposite of this would be obviously Nottingham Forest. As expected, the manager Steve Bruce was sacked soon after, but to our surprise, it wasn't any prominent manager in the hot seat. The former Bournemouth manager Eddie Howe was appointed, who had been relegated before with Bournemouth, yes. But surely, there would be no way the richest club in the world at this point would be relegated. As dumb as we were, or I was at least, never mind. We all expected the winter transfer window to be crazy for them. When rumors all over. These guys were going to splash the cash. They needed to splash the cash. I was scared, to be honest. Anyway, they only signed the players they needed at this particular moment. Joe Willock, Trippier, Chris Wood, Bruno Guimaraes, and Dan Burn. Not that frightening, are they? They finished the season strongly, transforming from relegation contenders to silencing Arsenal. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, I just had to. Again, the summer transfer window was another time to speculate. Anyway, rumors generate clicks, a lot of clicks. And clicks sell. On that note, subscribe. Major signings included Botman and Alexander Isak. Deep pockets, my house. But seriously now, they had a plan. They really had a plan. The 2022-2023 season was a roller coaster, a beautiful roller coaster. Newcastle high pressing and a solid defense. Willock relentless energy and Kieran Trippier free kick prowess. They are formidable. Almiron, inspired by Jack Grealish comments, I need this kind of motivation in my life. Anyone? He played like a man possessed. Honestly, he couldn't stop running. St. James Park became a fortress. Not a fun, but I couldn't miss their games. The thrill was just immense. Newcastle finished the season 4th. I don't think you guys get it. 4th, man, they finished 4th. For a club that was in the relegation zone a year prior to finishing 4th a year later. No major signings, no splashing of cash, but in the Champions League, with almost the same crop of players. Despite losing the Carabao Cup finals to Manchester United, the black and white colours were amazing. They were beautiful to watch. You could feel their passion. Being held to these standards meant next season would definitely be more difficult for them. I mean, they achieved so much, from relegation to the Champions League. I hoped they would go for much bigger signings this time, but they had Afi Barnes and Sandro Tonali, which is not that bad, to be fair. They had a strong start, dispatching Aston Villa with his. How ironic that the same Villa would be fought by the end of the season. Crazy, right? Anyway, they still had their moments. Beautiful nights like the demolition of PSG 4-1 at home on the opening night of the Champions League. Beautiful scenes. Given that they had a limited squad and the form of players as expected dipped, and adding salt to the injury, they had a lot of injuries. Lots of injuries. Generally expected given how they play. I mean, they're fast and rely on their defense. I may blame the manager because, to be fair, he would have tweaked something in their tactics or something, but he has done a good job so far. Anyway, for them, I think 7th is not that bad. 7th is actually good for a club that was that poor before. All in all, their progress has been remarkable. They did not go around splashing cash or anything, as well expected, and they still managed to bring out the best of the little they had. As controversial as we may make it seem, your head won't change that they are doing everything right, everything by the book. To be fair, 4 of their players can break into the top 6. The rest are just average. In my eyes, the financial regulation are definitely hindering their progress, as by the time of recording this, they had to sell to get their books right. I mean, if the owner wants to splash his cash, let him. What's the worst that can happen? Anyway, it's a good thing that they remain committed to Eddie Howe. With a clear plan and continued investment, we will have a new sheriff in town. And there we have it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.